Well, hello there, folks. So it does look like my club, The Wire, have definitely appointed Sam Burgess as the next coach from next year on a 2-year deal. Those that I've seen would know that I was after old Sean Edwards. I don't think the club ever considered him. That's by the by. It's not going to happen now, and I know it would have been difficult. But just a couple of quick thoughts on Burgess. After they got rid of Powell, I think it was Middleton said there's going to be no knee-jerk reaction. We're not going to move too quickly. We're going to take our time. We're going to get the right person. They went for Holbrook initially, who let them down at the last moment. And I thought to myself, well, when did they decide to go for Burgess? How did it materialise? I think in the best traditions of Yozza Hughes, I think Burgess, one of his people, has done the old gives a job and let them know that he's after a job there, which is all well and good. You know, I've got nothing against Big Sam. You know, a wonderful, wonderful player, wonderful leader of men. Done a decent job, I believe, as a number 2, number 3 over in Australia. Might do well for us. I want him to. I pray he will. But after the last 2 or 3 years we've had, I'm really concerned and I'm really worried. And I'm thinking, is Sam the best they could have got from Australia and Great Britain combined? Maybe he is. Maybe he'll prove to be. I hope he does. But I can't see that they've gone out to Australia and actively looked at Sam Burgess as the second choice behind Holbrook. So I can only think is either himself, as I say, or one of his people has come to us and said, look, Sam might be interested. And as well as it might go, it concerns me. And what also concerns me is that I read that Burgess is saying, look, he wants to do it as a number 1. He wants to be a coach. He thinks he's made for it, blah, 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 blah. But he's never going to forget the Rabbitohs. That he was from Sydney. There's it Souths. He's always going to come back. He's going to use Warrington as a stepping stone to ultimately, he hopes, coach Souths. And again, that's all well and good, but do we want to be used as a stepping stone? You know, he signed a 2-year contract. If he does fantastically well, I would hope we get 4, 6, 8 years out of him before he goes back to Oz. But do we want a coach that's only possibly looking at coming in for 2 years? I wouldn't have thought we did. You know, under the best Sams we had with Smith, I think we had 8 or 9 years with him. You don't get that often in rugby league anymore. It's a shame. It's not like some football teams, there's not a lot of longevity there, but I don't want a coach that's looking at probably 2 years. I might be wrong. He might come and do fantastically well and stay for 4 to 6. He might well do that, in which case then that's great. I'd hate him to come and fall flat on his face. That is my biggest worry. But I'd also hate him to come and do really, really well and leave after 2. Because then we have to start the process all over again. And then again, you've got to think, do we get the right coach this time? Or do we get another Steve Price or Darryl Powell? You just don't know, do you? Anyway, there's my thoughts. Warrington fans, rugby fans in general, let me know. Am I right, am I wrong? I don't know, but that's what I think.